All right, guys. Looks like we're live. NWCA All-Star Classic, Google Hangout. Got 5 athletes with me and Jason Bryant, the NWCA. I'll introduce our athletes for you. We'll get to that breaking news we were talking about on social media just a few minutes ago. But got Logan Stieber here, 3-time NCAA champ for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Jason Beckman, All-American Lehigh. You got Nick Gwiazdowski right there. He's the man NCAA champ heavyweight for the NC State Wolfpack. And you got Alex Dieringer and Josh Kindig from Oklahoma State, NCAA champion, finalist, and best hair on the Hangout. So now I'm going to kick it over to Jason Bryant, NWCA, openmat.com. He's got some breaking news for you before we get things going.
Yeah, folks, just putting this out there. We've had changes in the All-Star Classic in the past, and people know about this. But even though we've got a change here at 125 pounds, Nashawn Garrett of Cornell is out of the match. He was coming in ranked number 2 in the country, of course, returning NCAA finalist for the Big Red. Going to be replaced by Alan Waters, 3rd ranked out of Missouri, All-American in 2013, redshirted last year. So not a whole lot of a difference there. It was 2 versus 4 initially. Now it's 3 versus 4 at 125. We still got 20 wrestlers in this thing that are All-Americans, 19 at the Division I level. Total medals is 35, 10 finals appearances, 11 total titles. So even with Garrett out, it's a shame to see him in because he's an energetic guy. He's fun to watch wrestle. But it'll be the first time we get to see Alan Waters wrestle since, I believe, at Midlands last year, in which he wrestled up at 133. I think, Beckman, you wrestled him a couple times there. But so Waters in for Mizzou. He'll take on Joey Dance at 125. So that's kind of the break here on the Google Hangout. So, Richard, back to you, my Padawan.
So, just for those of you watching at home, the Q&A app is open on the Google Hangout. If you have any questions for our guys during the Hangout, just type it in, and we'll throw them at the guys whenever we get your questions. Also, if you're following along on Twitter, hashtag NWCA Classic for questions as well, or you can comment on the mat.com page. But I'm going to start off. I got some questions for all you guys. Jason has some questions as well. And then questions going and have a good time with it. We start with Logan. How's it going, bro? Obviously, the big question everyone's going to want to know, you're going for your 4th title. But before we talk about that, I just want to talk about the matchup you got facing Port. Didn't get him last year at NCAAs or anything. That was supposed to be one of the big matchups. You know, what are your thoughts on facing Port in the Classic? You had a big match last year as well, but my thoughts on this year and your matchup.
I'm excited about it. You know, I'm happy. I'm really honored, I guess, to be back. This is a great event. So I know a lot of these guys were here last year, so it's always a fun event. So it should be good. You know, Mitchell's really good. He's he made the finals, and he's ranked 3rd. He's All-American, I think, 3 times. So it should be a fun match.
Any thoughts on the style matchup? How he wrestles?
I know he's got some good stuff on his feet, and he's just really solid in all positions. So hopefully I can just get my offense, like I normally try to do, and hopefully that'll work for me.
Awesome. Thanks, Logan. All right, now I'm going to kick it over to Mason. How's it going, my Lehigh friend?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks, man. So yeah, let's talk about your matchup a little bit. Going against AJ Shop. You know, you guys have a history, good rivalry there. You beat him last year. You know, what are your thoughts going into this? You're starting the season the same way this year as you did last year, facing Shop in the All-Star. You know, so what's your game plan and thoughts on AJ?
I'm more than anything just excited. You know, it's an awesome event. It's a lot of fun to wrestle beside these guys, wrestle some of the best dudes in the country. As far as the game plan goes, he's a really funky guy to wrestle. He's different than just about anybody you ever grab a hold of. So, got a game plan for him on top and on your feet. You just got to get to your attacks and get up through him. He's really hard to wrestle in all positions. You know, feels like a 7-foot 133. So, and you know, anybody that's ever had to deal with him understands how hard he is to wrestle. So, we spend a lot of time breaking down film and game planning. But more than anything, just excited to go out and compete.
Awesome. Yes, man. The Gwiz. How's it going, man? So, last year, dethroned Nelson. Let's talk about that a little bit. You broke through. You were the guy that took out a two-time NCAA champ. He was going for his third. What was that like? I know you beat him at the World Team Trials in the summer, but you had lost to him at the scuffle, I believe, last year. So talk about that process, that journey, and what it's like now being on top at this point.
Breaking through last year was just a matter of just scoring a takedown in that match. Getting off from bottom would have been nice, but if I knew I could score a takedown like I did at the trials, I knew I would be able to win that match. So that, and then now being the guy, it's just kind of, you just got to change your focus a little bit and not worry about the guys behind you, just worry about yourself, and just keep focusing on what you can control and stuff like that. So.
What are your thoughts on facing McMullen? Obviously, he's been in the finals before as well. He's a really tough guy. Thoughts on that matchup? What you got to do to come out on top?
With that one, I think it's just controlling the match, not getting it too out of, not letting him really dictate the pace or anything, keeping that all in my court, and not getting caught up in scrambles and stuff like that. I'm not really worried about that kind of stuff because I can scramble with anyone, but just keeping up with him and setting the pace. So.
Awesome. And I'm gonna kick it over to our OSU boys real quick. Start with Kindig over there. So, dude, awesome run last year. Made the NCAA finals. What was that like? Talk about that run. Many people didn't have you in the finals going into the tournament, but what was it like? It was a special run for you last year.
It was real good to get where I was. I went into the tournament. Anybody can do anything. I just trained hard for it, whether I was 1 or 11. I just kept the same mentality and went in every match. You're looking to put points on the board. If you put points on the board, you can win. It's going to be a good match. So it was really exciting to get to where I was and compete out. But I gotta look to win it this year.
Yeah, and finals rematch from last year in the Classic this year. I mean, you were a takedown away from winning an NCAA title. I mean, what's your thoughts going into this match? What do you want to accomplish here, facing Sirtis again? And do you have a different sort of game plan going into this match this time?
I'm all healed up, and I've been working on my attacks, and he keeps good position, so chain wrestling and going from one move to the next and keeping pressure on is what I got to do.
Awesome. And Alex, talk about moving up a weight class a little bit. What was behind that decision, and your strategy, your thinking there, and also you're facing the top returning All-American from last year at that weight class in the Classic, so you're looking to cement yourself as #1 in this weight class. So thoughts on moving up and thoughts on going against Sulzer?
Yeah, I was pretty big last year, so I want to be able to focus on my technique and getting better in practice instead of just worrying about my weight and what I'm going to lose in practice. So, I think the jump's going to be nice. I wrestle a lot better when I'm strong, so I think that'll be fun for me. And I'm excited to wrestle Sulzer. He's a really good opponent, and I'm ready to make a statement. So
you're telling me you've been hitting the weights, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, getting big, bro. All right, Jason, I'm gonna kick it over to you real quick. If you got any questions for these guys before I go through again.
Yeah, we'll start with Alex. How much of that, getting big has been attributed to Mexico Joe's? No, in all seriousness, with a program like Oklahoma State and winning a national title, you've been pretty much a very dominant force your first 2 years. You've got junior world silver medals. You've been on the junior world team a couple times. I believe John Smith said in the media day that they were asking if you're ready to be a leader for this team. Are you ready to be a leader for Oklahoma State this year?
Oh, for sure. I'm not very vocal, but I lead by example. So I work really hard in the room, and people see that. I do extra workouts, all that. So I think if people watch me, they can follow me. So.
And we'll stick this with both of you guys. Oklahoma State long been participating in the All-Star Classic. This event goes back to 1967. This is the 49th event. What's it mean for you guys when you guys got the invite to know that you guys are obviously, you're two of the best in the country, but what's it mean for you guys to actually participate in this event?
It's an honor. Watching previous Oklahoma State guys and everybody else who's top in the country wrestling it. It's really exciting to watch, and just being able to take part in that really, it's exciting, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's real exciting. It's real exciting. It's an honor, just like you said, to wrestle with the best guys with them and wrestle against them. So it's gonna be a great honor.
I'll move over down the line to Nick Gwiazdowski. Two-time All-American. You were an All-American at Binghamton as a true freshman, redshirted, came down to NC State following Pat Popolizio, and you're the third NC State heavyweight to compete in this match historically. The two before you, known outside of wrestling as well. Tab Thacker was the late Tab Thacker. Wrestled in the event twice. You might have recognized him as the guy from Wildcats, or actually you guys are probably too young to remember that, but House from Police Academy. He was a guy, and then Sylvester Turkey, who made a name for himself in professional wrestling, and that guy was jacked up. It's got a history of good heavyweights at NC State. How are you going to try to do to follow the line of good heavyweights at NC State here at the All-Star Classic?
I guess I just got to go out there and they're big names to keep up with. So right now, you gotta worry about my own career, but it's definitely nice to be, in the same sentence with all those guys. When you look at what Tab did, he was a 4-time All-American, and what Sylvester did, it's all pretty cool stuff. When you got 3 guys out of a team, 6 national champions, half of them are a heavyweight. That's pretty cool.
So in your heyday, I mean, how do you think you would match up with Turkey back in the day?
Yeah.
That guy was jacked.
That guy came in last year when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he was like a refrigerator. He was huge. I would try to avoid him, just kind of stick and move. But if he got a hold of me, it'd be tough to get out of there.
Maybe borrow one of his pro wrestling techniques and hit him with a chair or something like that. That might be your best offense.
Yeah.
All right, now moving to Mason Beckman. Obviously, I think the match with Shop is intriguing. You guys go back to wrestling in high school, and one thing that might be in your favor is Mr. Shop has to shave his beard. What are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely less distracting. It's a heck of a beard he's got going. He can grow it with the best of them. So,
as we get to more serious topic, you wrestled in this thing last year. You've got a rematch, and preparing for your season, how did this match help you prepare last year, and how are you going into this match this year as it kicks off your season, and maybe hoping for more of the same, maybe a better placement on the podium?
Last year it was awesome, especially coming off a red shirt, getting to jump in right away with one of the best guys in the country, and an event like the All-Star Classic, it's one of a kind in college wrestling. So great way to start my year, especially getting a win against an All-American, and at that point I hadn't been on the podium yet. And I used it as a springboard to get into my season and kind of get rolling. And you're just looking to do more of the same. Just go out, compete, see where we stand, figure out the adjustments we made all summer, see how well they're working, and see what adjustments we need to continue to make. And like you said, try to move up that podium, get up on that top spot.
Now moving to Logan, obviously you're in rare company already, being a 3-time NCAA champion. You wrestled in this event last year with that wild scramble that ended with the win over Kendrick Maple and 2 returning NCAA champions meeting up. This is going to be a rare opportunity. I'm going to actually ask you for more of a sales pitch, and for those that don't get a chance to see you wrestle, it's rare to see somebody that's going for 4 titles, and that's one of the big draws to the event. What's your pitch to the New Jersey and Pennsylvania community, or anybody within driving distance, to come out and see the match and see if you can try to start your historic run this year?
Well, I guess like you said, I'm going for something that's pretty cool, pretty special. So it should be fun. I mean, if you've never seen me wrestle, I like to score a lot of points, and if you have seen me wrestle, I think it's pretty exciting. So it's gonna be a fun event. I'm excited to see all these guys, see all my friends. So it's gonna be a great event. So come out and enjoy yourselves.
And before I pitch it back to Richard, just want to let everybody out there know you can go to theallstarclassic.com to get the information on the lineups, the ticket link. Easier ticket link to remember also, too, tweet it out on social media and post it on Facebook, is bit.ly/NWCA Classic Tickets. So that's a little easier to remember than the Penn Athletic Office. You can also go to the Penn Athletic Office, check out the tickets. Plenty of good seats available. The ticket sales are going good, so you might want to act. Wrestling's a walk-up type of crowd. Don't get left out. So, again, theallstarclassic.com. Click that ticket link, and we're looking for a good show. So let me kick it back over to Richard and Mr. Moderator. The floor is back to you.
Awesome. I want to kick it over. I'll go to my OSU boys for this one. Neither one of you can answer this, but there's some experimental rules coming out for this particular event. What are your thoughts on, using the experimental rules in this tournament or in this competition? The step out rule and the cutting the guy and not giving up the escape. So what are your thoughts on that and getting to be a part of that process?
The step out rule, is that the stalling, right?
Yeah, the stalling if you go 2 feet out of bounds.
Right. I think that's awesome. Our program is all about offense and attacking, and a lot of guys that we wrestle try and slow us down. So I think keeping the pressure on and having them worry about not going out of bounds is really good. And I like the let them up. It's no point too, because if we like to wrestle on our feet, and if we're going to cut you and take you down, I don't think it should be a point. So.
Awesome. Gwiz, you really active for heavyweight division. Do you think that step out rule, something on the feet, is especially something beneficial for a guy like you?
For the most part, yeah. Some real big guys look to bully me out there, but when it comes to controlling mat space, I think I'm pretty good at it, and especially when guys just try to slow me down and not really looking for anything themselves, and I'm pushing. I think it's it's definitely gonna pay off for me in this match, but not this year because it's not ruled. But I like it.
Awesome. Logan, question for you. You guys have pretty high team expectations coming in this year. What would it mean to you? I mean, you can have a banner year here if you win your 4th NCAA title, 4th Big Ten title, and the possibility of winning a team championship as well. I mean, talk about that team aspect a little bit, and how your team's looking and what you think as far as that goes.
Oh, we've had a great preseason. I think we have this team. I think we can do it, but we have a lot of unproven guys, so it's something we just got to take one step at a time. So I think everyone's been doing a great job. Our freshmen are amazing. Kyle Snyder and Nathan and Bo. Those guys, I see them, I get inspired by them. So, we're doing really well. But like I said, it's a long season, so we're trying to stay healthy and keep getting better every day. But if we won a team title, that'd be amazing.
What does it mean for you guys to have 3 freshmen as team captains?
It just shows that how they live, how they work out. Everyone sees them, they look up to them. So it's kind of, even me, I've been there for 5 years, and I walk in the room, I see Kyle, I get excited, and I get goosebumps, and he's always ready to go, and he's so good, and he's so mature for being 18 years old. So it means a lot. But we have a lot of guys in our team that are good leaders. So.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Mason, question for you, more of a fun one. What's your favorite matchup here outside of your own that you're looking forward to watching here at the All-Star?
There's a lot of them. I'm excited for Logan and Port. It's a match that a lot of, I wanted to see at Nationals last year and we didn't get to see. But I would probably say the one I'm most excited for is Green and Miller, just because they're both guys that throw the house in so many ways for a whole 7 minutes. And Ian Miller does some really screwy things for a high-level Division I wrestler, so he's always a fun one to watch for me. And, as fast as James Green is, he's always entertaining.
So, since neither one of them are on here, who's going to win it?
I wish I had an answer for you.
Oh, come on. I know you got one.
Cop out. What a cop out. Jeez.
All right, man. So I got a couple fan questions here. I'll send this one to Alex. How are you able to balance the workload of being a college athlete and a student?
I mean, since I've been here my first year, it's gotten a lot easier. You get used to it. But you know, I do my homework, I do my studying and all that. But my main thing is wrestling. I'm trying to get my degree to coach wrestling. So I'm really making sure I get my success in wrestling. But at the same time, I'm doing all my.
Thanks, man. And I got another one actually for Logan. Who do you see as your biggest threat to a four-peat?
I mean, there's a lot of good guys, and so I mean, I get this question a lot, and it's you can't just say one or two people. There's a lot of good guys returning. I know some of the top guys, Port and Hussein, and I think Henderson's back. So I know that the Michigan guy Dunton's back. There's just a lot of really good guys. There's there'll be some freshmen that are a little unheard of that are going to step it up like there are every year. So I think if I can just stay healthy and keep getting better, I think I will have my best shot.
Awesome, thanks, man. Kindig, one question for you. After last year, I mean, what's your drive and motivation? Do you feel like you have something to prove after last year? Maybe you feel like you're not getting as much respect as you deserve.
I mean, whatever anybody thinks, I keep the same mind frame as just I got to win. But it's my senior year, so for myself and for my fans, whoever's watching, I got a lot to show, and I have to do as good as I can to the best of my ability, because I won't have another opportunity in college wrestling.
Awesome. Thanks, man. So that's all the questions I got. Jason, you got anything else for our guys?
Yeah, I'll throw this out as kind of an open question to the group. I guess those of you that are seniors, this is going to be your last time through college wrestling. I guess we'll start with Logan. What are some things that you're going to take away from what you're going to try to get out of this senior year? I mean, the last time, some of you guys have Olympic aspirations, but for the seniors there, this is a big deal. This is the last time through for college wrestling, so start with Logan.
I really want the team title, but I'm really going to enjoy the year. Like I said, we got a great group of guys, so it's going to be a fun year. Preseason this year was our hardest preseason, but it was probably the most fun. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great year, and as long as we can stay healthy, man, it's going to be fun.
I guess Kindig, you're next.
Yeah, we have a young, talented team. It just takes everybody coming together, which we're doing a good job of, and just getting tough for every practice. As a team, I'd like to see us, win it, but you can't. You just have to work your way up because things change during the season. People get hurt, people break, or get better. So it's going to be exciting to see how this year turns out for myself. I'm excited. Next week, I'm going to have tons of family and friends come to see me. It's right down the road from where I live. It's a good way to start off my year, and just staying healthy and getting better until the end of the year, and then it's time to shine.
Well, Josh, we'll stick with you on that since you're Mason's right down the road going to college, not from that area, but you're from, I guess, close, obviously, that District 11 area, so it's kind of a homecoming for you, and it's not an option you've had a whole lot in your college career. What's it going to be like to be wrestling within a reasonable drive of your hometown?
There's a lot of people going. It's, I want to do it for myself, but also everybody that's coming out to support me. So it's, that's an extra incentive to, really give everything that I got that match.
Throw this one at Nick. I'm not sure how much of a history buff you are, but the word palestra, where the event is going to be wrestled at the University of Pennsylvania, it means house of wrestling. From just an athletic standpoint, it's kind of cool to be able to go into a building and say, this is not a basketball arena, this is a wrestling arena. Palestra means house of wrestling.
Yeah, that's probably maybe the only place I've ever been that's made for wrestling. That's kind of cool. I don't look too much into it. As long as there's a mat on the ground, it's it's a wrestling facility in my head. So it's kind of cool to say you wrestled in there, but they hold a lot of people, so I'm looking forward to it for sure.
All right, and Richard, how's your fantasy draft going? No, just kidding. Back to you.
Logan Stieber, #1 pick. Sorry, guys. Yeah, actually, we got one more fan question, and we'll answer this real quick, and then we'll get off. I'll send this one to Nick and to Alex. The question is, besides yourself, who do you think at your weight class has the potential to be your biggest threat to win NCAAs? I guess start with Nick.
For me, I'd probably put down 3 guys, 2 or 3 guys. Just the tools that they have, probably between McMullen and Kuhn, maybe Telford in there a little bit. But with knowing what they do, that helps myself. It's not like a risk, but they both do different things. I think McMullen, that his athleticism can pose a possible risk, but that's something I feel as if I'm right there for. And Kuhn's good, and he's really good in a few positions, which kind of low risk. And same with Telford. Him and Kuhn kind of have this like big size thing, which sort of Nelson, but they kind of really bank on their size and really like try to bully you and stuff like that. So that's just kind of what they're good at, and when you're good enough, that's something you can win. So it's not something I'm scared of or like put it that high. It's what I notice and I know that they're good at. So
man,
a lot of guys graduated last year. Top 3 guys graduated, so I got the next guy up is Salzer, and I think he'd be my toughest matchup. He's got really good offense, shoots a lot, and he gets people tired, so I think he'd be the next guy to do it.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Well, guys, thanks for coming on. It's been an awesome 30 minutes. Jason, you want to plug the ticket info one more time for us?
Once again, that's the NWCA tickets. You can get them for the All-Star Classic November 1st at Penn's Palestra, starting at 6:30 Eastern. Of course, streamed live on Flow Wrestling, and it will be on television on tape delay with Fox College Sports. Tickets available at bit.ly/NWCA Classic. Alex Dieringer's glass is not included. Jeez, you guys, it must be their first Google Hangout. I'm trying to do a serious ticket pitch, and there's Dieringer and Kindig trading eyeglasses. Anyway, you can go to the All-Star. It's actually theallstarclassic.com or nwcaonline.com. You get ticket information there. Check them out on social media. Plenty of tickets left, but they will be going fast. You know how wrestling people are. They'll wait till the last minute. So don't be one of those people outside the Palestra not being able to get in. So, again, bit.ly/NWCA Classic tickets. Get them while they're hot.
All right. Thanks for coming on, guys. Appreciate it. Best of luck at the competition. Talk to you soon.
Go Bucks.
See ya.